Hello there, people that follow me on LinkedIn. I just wanted to do a quick video, and I guess this video is directed to people that work in L&D departments, but also trainers that work in scenarios where the learning content is already designed and provided to them. Now, sometimes when I watch trainers or facilitators in the corporate space, they're often provided with slide decks or content that they need to deliver. You know, large companies like BHP or hospitals or different organizations, they have preset training that trainers have to deliver and go through. And that's perfectly fine. It's great. I mean, you really want to have some great quality materials to present to your audiences. But I guess what concerns me is that when I see trainers and facilitators go through the materials and go through the motions, and they seem to have a belief that they have achieved their outcome if they've gotten through the materials. But what we need to appreciate is that if we're training an audience, it's not how much we get through, but how much gets through to the audience. Now, sometimes as a trainer facilitator, we may feel like we've got our hands tied behind our back if we've already been given the materials and we haven't been able to have creative input on the actual materials themselves, right? We've been given a slide deck and like, yeah, I don't really like that. Or, we know we have to get through it, but we're just not that enthusiastic about that material. And so what I want to do is share with you 4 simple things that you can do in order to really make the content come alive, even if it's content you haven't created, okay? So here is 4 simple tips. Number 1, I want to encourage you to get creative with the on-off button, okay? So if you are a trainer, facilitator, presenter, start to get used to turning the screen off and talking about the content, then turning the screen back on. You see, it's the interruptions and it is the changes that create the engagement, okay? Now, if you leave the screen on the entire time, you're going to have a certain level of engagement, but if you turn on and off, and there is that variety, the engagement by the learners is going to be so much higher. Second thing, you want to be looking at checking in with your learners, not just talking at them, okay? Check in with your learners such as, does that make sense? Such as, have we had a situation in our company recently where that's been the case? Checking in with them and making it a conversation as opposed to just a monologue. Number 3, review. What I mean by that is, when you get to slide number 12, turn to the audience and turn off the slide and get the learners to actually share with each other what are their top 3 learnings that they've just had. Or get the learners to teach each other one thing that they've just learned from the slides that they've just gone through, okay? And you really want to get to a stage where it doesn't just become static information, but it's dynamic information. It's really coming alive in your session. Regardless of if it's a slide deck that you've just been given, it doesn't matter. It's your job as a facilitator to bring it to life, okay? And I just really cringe when I see L&D departments or, large organizations that giving a slide deck to a trainer or facilitator and say, deliver this. And then the trainer just delivers that, but doesn't really think about how they're going to engage the audience. And at the end of the day, as I always say, it's not what you say that matters, it's what people remember, okay? So just to recap, number 1, turn the slide screen on and off and get comfortable turning that slide screen off to really create variety. Number 2, check in with your learners. Number 3, get the learners teaching each other. And last of all, just create quizzes and make sure that the learners are writing things down and taking the content in, okay? So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you can share some of these tips with your L&D department and also trainers and facilitators and know that the value is not in the slide deck, but how you bring that slide deck to life, all right? Thanks so much for watching. Hope you got some value, and that's all for now, folks.